Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the first meeting of 2026, first regular meeting of the Town Council on Tuesday, January 13th. Madam Clerk, would you call the roll, please?
Peter Talbot.
Here.
Don Walsh.
Here.
David Belver.
Here.
Fiona Pearson.
Here.
Trish Kramer. Greg Wolf.
Here.
Jim Dinks.
Here.
Lou Tedisco.
Here.
And Deb Nakey.
Here.
Quorum is present.
Please rise and join me in the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. First up tonight is public communications. And item A is the recognition of the 2025 Connie Wallace Employee of the Year recipient, and that is Assistant Superintendent of Highways and Grounds, Richard Pruitt, Jr. I have a proclamation that I'd like to read, and then I will turn it over to Mr. Kimball for some information. Mr. Pruitt, if you'd like to go to the podium, that would be great. Certificate of Recognition to 2025 Employee of the Year, Richard Pruitt, Jr. Whereas the Town of Cheshire annually recognizes the Connie Wallace Employee of the Year, selected by nominations and ballots of fellow employees and presented to an employee who goes above and beyond, and whereas the 28th Annual Employee of the Year Award has been presented to Richard Pruitt, Jr., Assistant Superintendent of Highways and Grounds, who has been employed with the town since 2005, and whereas he exhibits his exceptional dedication, professionalism, and a strong commitment to the Public Works Department through his efforts in overseeing general maintenance of the town, and whereas he has played a significant role in the successful organization of well-loved community-wide events such as the Fall Festival, and whereas a lifelong resident of Cheshire, he contributes to public safety not only through his full-time position, but also with the time he volunteers as a Cheshire Fire Department volunteer firefighter. Now, therefore, I, Peter Talbot, Mayor and Chairperson of the Town Council, on behalf of the Town Council and all of the citizens of Cheshire, do hereby recognize and congratulate Richard Pruitt, Jr. for this well-deserved award and offer our sincere appreciation for his exemplary service to the town, dated at Cheshire, Connecticut, this 13th day of January, 2026. And I would like to turn it over to Town Manager Kimball for some comments.
All right, thank you, Mr. Chairman. And good evening, members of the public, Town Council members. Thank you for being here tonight. It's my privilege this evening to recognize Rich Pruitt, the recipient of the 28th Annual Connie Wallace Employee of the Year Award. This award has been presented every year since 1998. It's named in honor of Connie Wallace, who served the town of Cheshire for an extraordinary 36 years as secretary to the town manager. Connie was widely respected for her dedication, professionalism, institutional knowledge, and deep commitment to public service. The award that bears her name is intended to recognize those same qualities in today's town employees. The Connie Wallace Employee of the Year Award is particularly meaningful because of the way it is selected. A nominating committee made up of town department heads and active past recipients review nominations and determine the final slate of candidates. And from there, all town employees vote, and the Employee of the Year is chosen by their peers. This process ensures the recipient truly reflects the respect and appreciation of coworkers across the organization. And this year, that honor goes to Rich Pruitt. Rich has served the town of Cheshire since 2005 and currently holds the position of Assistant Superintendent of Highways and Grounds in the Department of Public Works. For the past 20 years, Rich has exemplified dedication, professionalism, and pride, not only in serving the Department of Public Works, but in serving his hometown of Cheshire. Throughout his career, Rich has consistently gone above and beyond the expectations of his role. Whether managing complex public works operations, responding to challenges in the field, or stepping in wherever help is needed, Rich approaches his work with a strong sense of responsibility and accountability. His problem-solving skills, collaborative spirit, and calm leadership have contributed to numerous departmental successes and have earned him the trust and respect of his colleagues. What makes Rich's service especially noteworthy is his commitment to the community beyond his day-to-day responsibilities. As the chairman noted, in addition to his work for the town, he serves as a volunteer firefighter for the Cheshire Fire Department, further demonstrating his dedication to public service and the well-being of Cheshire residents. The nomination submitted on Rich's behalf highlighted his reliability, work ethic, and willingness to help others succeed. He is someone coworkers depend on, someone who leads by example, and someone who takes pride in the work he does for this community. Rich truly represents the values embodied by the Connie Wallace Employee of the Year Award. On behalf of the town of Cheshire, the town council, your fellow town employees, Rich, I thank you for your 20 years of outstanding service. Congratulations on being named the 2025 Connie Wallace Employee of the Year. This recognition is so well deserved, and we are very grateful for all you do for our town. Thank you, Rich.
Well, you didn't leave much to be said, so. That was everything I was going to talk about. So it's an honor and a privilege to be recognized, and I just wanted to let you guys know I appreciate you. Thank you.
Congratulations, Rich.
Thank you for your service. Thank you.
That is absolutely always a great way to start off our January. And again, Rich, congratulations. Well-deserved award. Moving on to our agenda, under public communication, we have public comments. If any member of the public would like to address the council on anything on or off the agenda, they can do so now to the podium to my right, your left. Can you just, if you just tilt that, exactly, perfect.
Use a box, but, fine. Good evening. My name is Lynn Gannon. I'm here representing the Cheshire Town Players, your new community theater group. We've only been in existence for 1 year, but we've done many things already. We've had theater games, a cabaret night, and we participated in the Fall Festival. Most of all, most importantly, we produced our first full-length play, Blythe Spirit, attended by over 200 people. We are a program of the Connecticut Community Empowerment Foundation, which benefits us in 2 ways. One, we share their nonprofit status, and second, they allow us to use Reread Books and the Reading Room at the Watch Factory as our home base. Going forward, we plan to have several more events this spring in the Reading Room, and with the help of Parks and Rec and Arts Place, we hope to have Shakespeare in the Park in August. Yes. Why does Cheshire need community theater now? Well, you know that you had a wonderful community theater for so many years. And I say you because I'm a new Cheshire resident. We just moved here in 2020. And the community theater was wonderful, and I couldn't wait to move to Cheshire and join that theater, but 2020 happened, and they disbanded in 2021. I know that they are missed, and I've talked to many people in town about wanting community theater here. As a retired educator, I'm very cognizant of the benefits of theater programs for young people. It's an excellent and fun way for them to have a creative outlet and gain practical skills. But in the same way, it is wonderful to see community members of all ages come together to use their artistic abilities, not just as actors, but as costume designers, set designers, sound technicians, or in leadership positions, and to see people learn new things as well. Community theater is good for business. People come to town to see the theater, and many businesses have already advertised with us, and we're planning to partner with local restaurants for some future events. We're not coming begging for money, we've been doing okay, but we would appreciate your support in some other ways. Please come to our events, invite your friends and neighbors to come. And if you know of anyone with experience or interest in theater, please have them join us. We're looking for playwrights, we're looking for actors, we're looking for technicians especially. We have a place for them. Please have them reach out to us. I have refrigerator magnets tonight for all of you so that you can remember our contact information, and please have them reach out. I would be happy to answer any questions you might have at this time.
Well, I will kick it off with my thanks to you and your organization. As someone who has been in this community for my entire life, I was very upset to see Cheshire Community Theater go away. As a younger person, I attended numerous CCT plays at the high school. And I think it's appropriate. I glanced over earlier, and Mr. Kimball has his Hamilton Cup tonight, so he's so we are a community that loves the arts. I was going to ask you if you're aware, as I'm sure you are, of our Performing in Fine Arts Commission that we have. I would encourage you to attend their meetings. They're, I think, third Tuesday of the month is what I saw. But get in good with that group. That's a great place to start. But I would be surprised if you weren't welcomed with open arms. And please come back and report to us. But I will turn it over to my colleagues for any comments or questions. Mr. Walsh, thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for doing this. I can either sing, dance, act, or plug anything in correctly, but I would attend anything that I can. And since they did mention Hamilton, we do have a young resident from Cheshire who is actually performing in Hamilton right now, Lauren Celentano, who has performed in several Broadway plays and is now in Hamilton. So we do have a history of young people who are getting involved in the theater, and I think it's a great thing, and I encourage anybody who just wants to go out and have some fun and see what it's all about. I look forward to seeing. I hated Shakespeare in high school, I must admit, but I would like to see it and just sit back and watch it performed. I think maybe reading the books isn't as exciting as watching it performed. So
You didn't have me as a teacher, that's why.
I know, probably, but thank you for doing what.
Mr. Velleber?
Thank you. Thank you for reaching out. I got your email, and I thought this is such a great opportunity for Cheshire, and so thank you for bringing this opportunity back. Like Don, probably not doing any acting in the near future, definitely not singing, but I think we're probably all in the same boat there. I must say, I never understood a word of Shakespeare, but I think that it would be, having those plays and having them live is a great opportunity, and so thank you very much, and you have my information. Please make sure I'm on the mailing list for whatever information you send out. I'd be interested to see the events that you have and the opportunities you have coming up, so thank you for bringing this back.
Mr. Tedisco?
I think this is a great thing for Cheshire also. We have a fine symphony orchestra, the Cheshire Symphony. A lot of us have attended their performances, and having your organization also really says a lot for Cheshire, and it gives our town a great image for the rest of the state, so thank you.
Anyone else? Again, thank you so much. Thanks for reaching out to us. Thanks for coming tonight. If you'd like to leave stuff with Madam Clerk, She will make sure it gets distributed to all of us as we exit the building tonight. But thank you so much, and I agree. Please keep us on a mailing list, and if there's stuff that you need us to do, I've got a little bit of an announcer background, so if you need someone to come and yeah, there you go. So be in touch. Thank you very much. Looking forward to your performances. Anyone else for public comment? Seeing none, we'll move on to the agenda with the approval of minutes. Item A is the minutes of the December 16th Town Council special meeting and minutes of the January 6th, 2026 Town Council special meeting. I'll entertain a motion.
So moved.
Thank you, Ms. Pearson. Thank you, Mr. Veliber. Any omissions, deletions, corrections? Seeing none, I'll call for a vote. All those in favor? Motion passes unanimously of those present. Move on to the consent calendar for January 13th, 2026. Ms. Pearson.
Be it resolved, the Town Council approves Resolution Number 011326-1. Be it resolved, the Town Council approves the consent calendar for January 13th, 2026 as follows.
We have a motion, a second from Mr. Walsh. Thank you. Consent calendar, all those in favor? Motion passes unanimously. Moves us to items removed. There are none. Moves us to old business. And item A is our bi-monthly School Business Committee update. Mr. Gussenberg, welcome back. We haven't seen you in a couple months. Happy New Year, and great to see you. And this is the year that we will open a pair of elementary schools. So the countdown has the countdown has begun.
Yeah, we're getting there. Well, while Andrew is getting this thing up and running.
Yep.
I'll give you a very quick overview as to where we are right now. We continue to be on time and under budget. Both schools are running about equal at the moment. You'll see a couple of minor places where one is ahead of another one, but the two of them are moving along pretty much in sync. And both buildings should be completed largely by mid-July. At the moment, the site work is anywhere from 54% to 65% complete. The classroom wings in the two schools, anywhere from 48 to 58%. The preschool wing, which they're moving quickly on now to catch up on that one by design, that one was always coming later, is about 33%. Core facilities, 36 to 42%. So we're looking at, completion in July. Things are coming together really, really well.
Sorry, it's not connecting.
It's not connecting, okay. Is there something up here that we need to do?
It's just flashing. Are you on the town's Wi-Fi?
I'm on the town's Wi-Fi.
Click that one.
Oh, you know what? I wasn't on the town's Wi-Fi.
Unplugging that and plugging it
I
in.
did, yeah.
It may have been, and it may recognize it after, upon further review.
He's got great pictures here, too.
I know, I've seen, been following the
It's
ones
just
that
So-
he's been posting on Facebook.
Well, my
can you
presentation is
email-
going to be very short.
Can you email it to me, potentially?
Can I what?
Can you email me this, or no? Is it
It's-
too much files?
It would be large, yeah. Love technology.
I know. Sometimes got a mind of its own.
The old system, I just plugged in and it was fine. And it's just not doing anything, huh?
It's often finicky with an apple.
Yes.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't load. It doesn't like Max.
I have done it before with the Apple.
Oh, okay.
It has a hard time with Max.
Yeah.
You know, in fact, I've done it with this computer.
Sean.
Usually it flashes until it's done loading. Damn it. I don't think it's gonna work. Is it loading? Oh, here you go. Oh no, what's that?
That's just my pictures.
Yeah. Oh, here it is. See? Yeah, you gotta double click to make sure. Just what loads it. It takes like a second. I don't know. I think next time we're gonna have to. Because usually it just pops up there. That's what you double click it there. Did you do that already? Yeah, I mean, you can send, you can just share them, I guess, but we have to do it later. You used this in Mac before?
Yeah, yeah, we did this once before using this particular computer.
Grab the other one. That's not how, I think it, we should.
Yep.
Here it is.
Sorry.
It's okay. Technology is a great thing when it works.
Well, this was not blinking, so that's, oh, there it goes.
Yeah, there it is. See, it needs to load something, but it's not. It's not. It's not loading.
Gives Noel time to pass out presents.
Remember it.
Restart it to get it to work. But that'd take a long time.
Yeah, we can restart the
Oh, here
computer.
it goes, there we go. That's what you did. There we go. Yeah, you just have to wait. Don't press anything while it's flashing. Is the key. There we go.
Okay, somebody has to fight over it.
Well, Jim and I'll fight.
Yeah, you guys can fight over it.
Okay.
Thank you.
There's, actually, I don't think, no, Jim did get one. Thank you. Oh, there we are.
Okay.
Look at that.
So now we're moving right along. Going to take you through, because the two schools are in very similar situations, I've kind of mixed the pictures together here, but to give you a quick overview. As we said a couple months ago, we did have an issue with the brick delivery over at the North End School. Those bricks are all in, and some of the work is continuing with shielding around the building as they're moving. So this is just a picture, obviously, of the front of the North End School. I love this new stonework that's
Yeah.
going up. I think it's absolutely beautiful. And you'll see to the left some of the steel panels that will also go up. That's going to give it that barn look. This is one of the courtyards at Barnum School. And you see most of the windows are in, most of the brickwork is finished. Now we're over at Norton School. Once again, all the brickwork at Norton is finished. They are working at some of the steel work that goes on up above. And that's the front of Norton School. Again, I just wanted to highlight that stonework that's going in around some of the windows, things like that. One of the courtyards, or the courtyard at Norton. And another picture of that courtyard. This is the main entrance at Barnum School. What you'll find at both buildings right now is all the hallways, all the classrooms are all sheetrocked, taped, and in many cases, or most cases, painted, and it's moving right along. You get a real sense of the rooms, the layout, and what it's going to be like as a school. This is the entrance over at Norton. Typical hallway. The inserts there where the lockers will be going. All of the classrooms at this point, or most of the classrooms, I said, the windows are in, the rooms are painted, ceiling grids have been installed. And over at Norton School, much of the casework is in. They're working on that as we speak.
What, go back one, Rich?
Yep.
Is that one of the younger grades?
Hard for me to tell from this particular.
I saw that one.
Oh, yeah,
couldn't-
well,
I blew
actually-
it up trying
Yeah.
to look at the, and couldn't tell if it was like an art room or if it was one of the
No, the
classrooms.
art rooms
but-
haven't been touched yet.
Okay.
The younger grades have the coat closets in the room. The older grades have the lockers out in the hallways.
Okay, so it's
So-
got to be one of the.
Too, right?
What's that?
The younger grades have their own bathrooms?
Only the kindergarten and first grade.
That looks like, I don't know if that's.
Yeah, I don't think that's a bathroom there, but yeah, the younger grades do have their own bathroom. Second, third, fourth, fifth, and sixth use the group bathrooms, which you'll see in a second. This is the preschool. That one, as I said in my introduction, started off later. That was the last part of the building that the steelwork went up in. If you'll recall, when we did the Barnum dedication, that we were standing where that building was going to go. So that was one of the last pieces to be put in. They are surging some work into that area now so that they catch up. We want to try to finish that at the same time that all the other classrooms are done, since those teachers are going to want to get in and set up as much as they can as of about mid-July. This is the library at Barnum and the library at Norton. Both of them are run pretty much the same. There are 2 floors. They have a stairway in between. They have an elevator access from the library so that they can move from one level to the other. They've got a long way to go before they're done, but you can get a sense of just how beautiful they're going to be with the wooden ceilings and the 2-floor layout. This is the cafeteria at Barnum School. Again, with the wooden ceiling. There's an area up above, which is where I'm shooting that shot, and a stairway that comes down. That area up above will be kind of a meeting area, that sort of thing, overlooking the cafeteria. To the left, you see the stage, which opens up. Oh, I didn't take that picture, but it opens us also to the gym. This is the cafeteria over at Norton School. There's the gymnasium, and you can see the stage there from the other side. The gymnasium at Norton. You can see they're storing lots of materials that are getting moved around. Put your sunglasses on.
Yeah, I
This
like
is one
that.
of the bathrooms at Barnum School. And that's the same room, only shot from a different angle. But you'll know when you're in that bathroom. A lot of mechanical work going on now, which was really exciting to see. All of a sudden, that's Things have been going on out in the hallways and the classrooms. Now they're really working extensively, bringing everything in, setting up all the equipment. The electrical, the refrigerator freezer over at Barnum. The hood in the kitchen, again over at Barnum. As they've had time, they've been getting out and putting up all the playscapes in both buildings. And I believe that's it.
Excellent.
So you get a sense, it really is starting to look like a school or two schools. And then you walk through the building and you really get a feel now for the classrooms and the layout, the office areas. They just sheetrocked, so I was kind of walking through. I could see where the principal's office was going to be and the storage rooms and all that sort of thing. I would love to maybe give it a couple of months and then see if we could set up a time for people to come through and do another walkthrough like we did earlier. I think you'd really love to see it up close and personal.
I was going to say, it's come a long way since, the walkthrough that we did late fall. So
Yeah.
I was going to say, maybe we can schedule something for, for in March, which would
Yeah.
be your couple-month
Yeah,
time frame.
once you can get away from walking in the mud to get in.
Yeah, exactly.
you know.
Yeah, exactly.
Although they've done some pouring of driveways and a lot of the sidewalks and things like that, so you are able to get around a lot easier than we were early on. So, it's not as difficult, but it's still a little messy. But that'll be, finishing up soon.
What's the estimated time for the demo at Norton?
November. What'll happen is, once July rolls around and we have certificate of occupancy to begin moving into the classrooms, we'll be able to get all the teacher supplies and materials out of Norton and move them into Norton School, the new Norton School. We have already, Vince has been working on procuring a moving company for us. At that point, they then need to go into the old Norton and do a lot of environmental tests, because they need to know what areas may have PCBs, asbestos, whatever. Once that testing is done, then they can go in and start demoing the building. And it'll take a while. The demo itself will go quicker, but then once the demo is done, they need to grade and pave all of the new parking and everything else in the front. All of that is supposed to be done by November.
Okay. So the demo will actually take place while the new school is open and occupied?
Oh, yeah. Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah. Some of it may take place in August, but it's likely that we'll still be doing demo work into September, maybe even into October. I don't know. We'll see
Yeah.
just how fast that goes. But the whole thing should be finished, with the exception of some final grading and seeding, by November.
Is that going to create issues with buses to open the school and
No, we're probably going to be bringing the buses in the back
in the,
for a short
through,
period
off
of time.
of Sharon?
Yeah, we've walked that through with the school people, and they don't seem to think that it's going to be a problem. But it'll only be a short period of time. But there will be some things there. And then we've worked out a contract with the Catholic Church across the street for parking for the staff during that period in the fall, so that the teachers will all park there. And then it'll be a bit of a walk to come up, but they'll keep the walkway on the right side there open to get up through to the building.
Excellent. I've dominated long enough. Colleagues. Mr. Walsh.
Thanks, Rich. Appreciate it and appreciate your group. Just a quick question on the solar panels at both schools. I know there was talk about putting the solar roof over the parking lot at Barnum, but that's not going to happen. But when are those going to be all put on in the short future, or is it going to be a long-term process?
Well, the solar project was not strictly ours.
Right.
It was being done with Johnson Controls as part of an overall project for the town of Cheshire. I can show you a map if you want to see it. But here, let me quickly. Just in case you asked, I had this ready. So this is Barnum School. We had 4 meetings, I believe it was, with Johnson Controls and talked about where those panels would go. The initial plan for Barnum was to place the panels on all of the peaked roof sections, all of the flat roof sections, and to put a large structure over top of the preschool parking. We were very concerned about what that was going to do to the look of the building. We've worked very hard in terms of trying to design a school that we thought would be special and unique. So after some work with the committee, what we agreed upon was that there's a large area behind the building, which is that blue area, an area on the side hill, that's the north hill, where solar panels would be placed. And if you looked at that first picture that I showed you, all of the area except for the ones that are in red would have solar panels, which would closely bring us to net zero, but not quite. The Norton School, very similarly, again, from the front of the building, we asked that we not put panels on that peaked roof areas or right in the very front, but the rest of that building would have solar panels, and then an area in the back of the building presently around where the trailer is, putting some panels back there. But this was just back and forth between us and Johnson Controls. I don't know the status of it at this point. I know initially when it was presented to us, there was some hope to get it all in under the old federal law, which has now come and gone. And I don't know what the timeline is at the moment. But it's not being done by the committee. Initially, there was hope that they were going to be able to do the work while construction was going on. I don't think that's any longer the plan, but I haven't heard any upgrades since, or updates since then.
All right, thank you.
Anyone else? Seeing none, thank you, Mr. Gussenberg. Always a pleasure to see you, and please pass along our thanks to the committee. You guys are doing a great job.
I will do
staying
that.
on
Thank you
top of
very
this.
much. And I'll see you next month or the month after, whatever.
Moving to our new business items, beginning with item A. It is the acceptance and appropriation of $75,000 responsive TCF grant from the Community Foundation for Greater New Haven to be used by the Cheshire Public Library for the purchase of materials, adaptive equipment, and support for the visually impaired community. Ms. Mankey.
Be it resolved that the Town Council approves Resolution Number 011326-2. Be it resolved that the Town Council hereby accepts a 3-year responsive TCF grant from the Community Foundation for Greater New Haven in the amount of $75,000. And be it further resolved that the Town Council hereby accepts and appropriates $25,000 in the first year, $25,000 in the second year, $25,000 in the third year, and be it resolved that this grant funding will be used by the Cheshire Public Library for the purchase of materials, adaptive equipment, and support for the visually impaired community.
Thank you, Ms. Mackey. Thank you, Mr. Wolf. Director Hernandez, would you like to kick off discussion at the podium for us?
Hi, everyone. Thank you so much for your time. So the Community Foundation of Greater New Haven offers responsive grants for general operations and programming support. We decided to apply for one of these grants focusing on offering materials to the visually impaired community. When we applied, we were thinking specifically of materials we could offer to our homebound patrons. We typically average around 800 homebound visits per year, so the materials would be well used. Now that we have received the full amount of the grant to be spent over the next 3 years, we plan on using the funds to purchase materials across a wide range of our collection, format, and population. So example of some of these include large print materials for adults and youth, e-content for adults and youth, audiobooks, Kindles on long-term loan for our homebound patrons. They would come preloaded with e-content already. Tonys and Yodos, which are relatively new sort of in the library world. They are screen-free audio players for kids. Braille kits, which would focus on early literacy, as well as assistive technology kits for older learners that would include Braille slates and styluses. Items for our Library of Things collection, such as CD players, assistive tech devices, such as magnifiers, text-to-talk devices, and whatever else exists in that world that we don't even know about yet. Software for use in our libraries, such as screen readers for use on our public computers. So these are just a few different examples, and we're looking to find different items for the collections, different groups to partner with in town. But at this point now, I think with the initial $25,000, I think that'll be a good base to start this collection. So.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Appreciate it. Questions, comments from colleagues? Ms. Pearson and then Mr. Wolf.
First, I just want to thank the Community Foundation of New Haven for providing these resources, and thank you and your team for applying for and taking the time and energy to access these resources that we know will improve access for many members in our community. So just wanted to issue my thanks to both.
Thank you, Fiona.
Mr. Wolf.
Hi, Sandy.
Hi, Greg.
So I just want to say I'm proud of you and I'm proud of the library for going after this. I know that you did it on a very short notice. Putting it together and being successful is a huge accomplishment. I am looking forward to seeing what you and your team will be doing in the future. So thank you. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Mr. Tedisco and then Mr. Veliber.
Grant writing is a real project and takes a lot of work, I understand. Well, congratulations for doing it, and thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. I think this will be a great opportunity for people. Could you just explain a little bit, how do you help serve the homebound community and the visually impaired? So.
Yeah, so we have been running our homebound program for quite a number of years. I don't remember exactly how many. It's actually run by one person, Noreen Hakim. She's the director or the head of our circulation department. So essentially, she drives around town. She's got a core group of people that she works with, and she delivers items to them, to their homes. She also works with people who live in Elam Park, Southwick, Beachport, and she's been doing it for years. And so when we started talking about applying for this grant, it was a very, very, very short timeline. We had to kind of turn it around very quickly. And we had thought about the homebound community in particular because she had been getting a lot of feedback. A lot of the people that she works with are seniors. It varies in terms of age range, but really the majority are seniors. And just sort of by coincidence, a lot of them were telling her, you know, I'm gonna need more audiobooks. I'm going to need more large print. I'm going to need e-content or e-audio. The thing with the e-content and the e-audio for that particular population is the issues that they have with accessing the tech. And their reasoning was that it's just getting harder and harder for them to see. So when we saw that this grant was out there, we were like, let's see what, not knowing or not thinking that they would actually award it to us, but we did have them in mind. But then as I started working on the grant and started thinking more broadly, I thought, maybe this could actually be something where if we do receive this money, we can really put it out there to the community at large and kind of expand beyond this kind of smaller population, and let them know that we have all of these different equipment, materials, things like that that could really service a population that might not come to the library because there aren't materials there for them.
Thank you very much. I think this is a very important outreach project. But do you think, obviously, with this money, not only will it help more materials and more up to, but do you think you'll be able to expand that there's a larger population who may be able to take advantage of these resources as well?
I'm really hopeful for that. I think so, yes.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Anyone else? I will just echo my colleagues and congratulate you on being successful in this. I think it's important that our directors are and our department heads are looking at different ways to provide additional support for the community without it being taxpayer-based, so to speak. So I credit you for doing this, congratulate you on getting this grant, and we look forward to 2 more years of $25,000 that you can provide some new materials and continue to look at new ways to service individuals that may not be able to get directly to the library. So congratulations. And with that, I will call for a vote. All those in favor? Motion passes unanimously by those present. Thank you very much.
Thank you, guys.
Item B is the conflict of interest notification and disclosures. We had a primer from Mr. D'Onofrio on this at our organizational meeting. In your packets is both the Charter Conflict of Interest 9-3 as well as the Code of Ordinance Section 10-1. Those are in your packets. You can always, council members can always disclose areas where there may be a potential conflict of interest, as well as if you have any questions or concerns. Mr. D'Onofrio is always available to you and willing to speak with you about conflict because he is an expert in it, so thank you. Item C is review and approval of bidding requirements. Ms. Pearson?
Be it resolved that the Town Council approves Resolution Number 011326-3. Be it resolved that pursuant to Section 78C1 of the Town Charter and Public Act Number 2592, the Town Council sets the requirements for sealed bids for January 1st, 2026 through December 31st, 2026 to a $35,000 bid limit for both non-construction related services and construction related services. And be it further resolved that in accordance with Section 78C9 and Section 78C10 of the Town Charter, the Town Council authorizes the town manager, his designee, and the Cheshire Public Schools to purchase goods or services for the town without bids. 1, through the State of Connecticut Department of Administrative Services, DAS, and 2, through or in conjunction with other municipalities' qualified bids, RFPs, and regional and federal government purchasing entities, including but not limited to U.S. Government General Services Administration, Capital Regional Council of Governments, and any successor organization, Connecticut Library Consortium, Library Connection, Inc., National Joint Powers Alliance, Council of Governments of the Central Naugatuck Valley, and any successor organization, Capital Region Education Council, Western State Contracting Alliance, National Association of State Procurement, Officials Cooperative Purchasing Organization, Houston Galveston Area Cooperative, Universal Service Administrative Company, Sourcewell, and Omnia Partners.
Thank you, Ms. Pearson. Thank you, Mr. Jinks. Discussion. Mr. Kimball, thank you.
Sure. This is just an annual requirement per the town charter. In some prior years, we had been raising this bid limit. We are now at the cap, as the council is aware from our legislative request last year, to increase the bid limit threshold under state statute. So there's no change requested here, just kind of a restatement of the same $35,000 bid limit that we had established for last year. No change.
Questions regarding the item? Seeing none, I'll call for a vote. All those in favor, motion passes unanimously. Mr. Tedisco, you are scheduled for D. Do you have that on your tablet? Okay. Item D is the review and adoption of amendments to the Town Council Rules of Procedure. Mr. Tedisco.
Be it resolved that the town council approves resolution number 011326-4. I'll do that again. Should I do it?
Yep.
Be it resolved that the town
Thank you.
council approves resolution number 011326-4, and be it resolved that the town council hereby adopts the amended rules of procedure as presented.
Second.
Thank you, Mr. Tedisco. Mr. Walsh, thank you for the second. As you can see from your packets, there are two enormous changes that we made to these. We changed the number 20 minutes to 30 minutes. So as long as no one has any objection to those major changes, questions, comments? Seeing none, I'll call for a vote. All those in favor, motion passes unanimously by those present. Moving on to item E, which is the appointment of the town historian. Ms. Pearson.
Be it resolved, the Town Council approves Resolution Number 011326-5. Be it resolved that pursuant to Connecticut General Statute, Section 71485D, the Town Council reappoints Diane Calabro of 1731 Peck Lane as the Cheshire Town Historian for the term February 1st, 2026 to January 31st, 2028. And be it further resolved that the Town Council reaffirms the following expectations for the Town Historian. 1. All historical artifacts given to the town historian are the property of the town of Cheshire and shall be turned over to the town, Board of Education, or Historical Society at the discretion of the town manager. And 2, the town historian will provide the town council with an annual list of priorities.
Thank you, Ms. Pearson. Thank you, Mr. Veliber, for the second. Any discussion? Seeing none, I want to thank Ms. Calabro for her efforts as our town historian, and we are looking forward to her continuing in that role. And with that, I will call for a vote. All those in favor, motion passes unanimously by those present. Next up is the appointment, or reappointment in this case, of our town poet laureate. Back to you, Ms. Pearson.
Be it resolved, the Town Council approves Resolution Number 011326-6. Be it resolved that pursuant to the Town Council Resolution Number 10123-8, as attached, and the guidelines of the Connecticut Department of Economic and Community Development, the Town Council appoints Patricia Matola of 390 Maple Avenue as the Town of Cheshire Poet Laureate for the term present to December 31st, 2027.
Thank you, Ms. Pearson. Thank you, Mr. Jenks, for the second. Discussion? Seeing none, I will thank Ms. Matola for her efforts as our poet laureate, and looking forward to her continued service to the community. And with that, I will call for a vote. All those in favor, motion passes unanimously. Next item is the appointment of Town of Cheshire representative to the Naugatuck Valley Council of Governments. Mr. Jinks.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Be it resolved, the Town Council approves resolution number 011326-7. Be it resolved, the Town Council appoints Town Council Chairperson Peter Talbot as the Naugatuck Valley Council of Governments representative for the Town of Cheshire through December 31st, 2027.
Second.
Thank you, Mr. Jenks. Thank you, Ms. Pearson. Discussion? I will say that this is a position that I have utilized to designate our Assistant Town Manager, Andrew Martelli. He has been a very sound member of the NVCOG, has gotten himself on several of their committees, is well-known and well-respected, and I certainly don't want to take that away from him. So I would ask Mr. Martelli to continue as the designee and thank him for his service. And with that, I'll call for a vote. All those in favor? Motion passes unanimously. Brings us to item H, which is the approval of 2026 Town Manager's Goals and Objectives. Ms. Pearson.
Be it resolved, the Town Council approves Resolution Number 011326-8. Be it resolved, the Town Council hereby approves the Town Manager's 2026 Goals and Objectives as presented.
Thank you, Ms. Pearson. Mr. Walsh, thank you for the second. Ms. Pearson, for discussion, I know the council met on this at a special meeting, but if there's anything else you wanted to add.
Yes, I just want to thank our town manager, Sean Kimball, for working with us so diligently and taking the time to run through these goals and key objectives. And I want to thank all my fellow town councilors for taking the time to highlight some of our priorities, working with the town manager and our division heads. And so we look forward to working with you over this next year on these goals and objectives.
Any questions or comments? Mr. Walsh?
Yes, thank you. I want to thank Sean as well. I mean, when we looked at it, it's a big list of goals and objectives for him to do. Luckily, he has a great staff to help him do a lot of these things. You know, our role is to hold him responsible to make sure these things get done. His role is to make sure his department heads get those things done as well. And I think they work well together. There are a lot of important things in that we hope to get accomplished in the coming year, and I'm hoping that they will get accomplished. You know, and you know, I think we all, as a group up here, we all have our own objectives, and I think we all kind of put some of those things into there as well. And I appreciate you looking at them and taking them on as well. And good luck.
We're all counting on you. Yes. Anyone else?
Just a quick question.
Mr. Jinks.
These are posted on the website, right? Yeah.
They will be once we adopt them tonight. They're posted on the town manager section of the website, and we also highlight them elsewhere too.
I will just add, as I mentioned during the special meeting, I would be remiss not to thank Sylvia Nichols, who served as chair of our personnel committee. I sat on that along with Mr. Walsh. I thank Mr. Walsh as well for his service. And Mr. Kimball, as we discussed that night, I thank you for bearing with us as we kind of work through changing this and tweaking it throughout your tenure as our town manager. I don't think we're fully there yet, but I think we're a lot closer. I appreciate the long laundry list of items that, as Mr. Walsh said, we will hold your feet to the fire for. But you have proven up to the task in the past, and we're sure that you and the department heads can get it done and bring it home in '26. So thank you for that. We appreciate it. If you'd like to make a comment, you may. Otherwise,
I'll just say, appreciate the comments, appreciate the exercise, particularly last week as we went through these. And as you said, I would just echo and reiterate, we have some of our department heads here tonight. But as we talk about at our department head meetings, this is really it is a team sport, and there's a lot of goals here that will be carried out successfully in collaboration with our wonderful department heads. So we will be sure to be successful. Thank you.
thank you. And with that, I'll call for a vote. All those in favor? Motion passes unanimously. Moving on to item I, the appropriation of $5,940 from sale of a surplus vehicle to the Public Works Capital Asset Proceeds account to support the purchase of a plow for an existing Public Works grounds UTV. Ms. Pearson. Sorry.
Be it resolved that the Town Council approves Resolution Number 011326-9. Be it resolved that the Town Council hereby approves a special revenue appropriation from the sale of a surplus vehicle in the amount of $940 to be deposited to the Public Works Capital Asset Proceeds account for the purchase of a plow for an existing Public Works grounds UTV.
Thank you, Ms. Pearson. Thank you, Mr. Walsh, for the second. I know Mr. Bombero is here, but Mr. Kimball, if you wanted to.
Sure.
Mr. Jascott is here too, so there's a number of people that could talk to us about this item.
Yeah, what do you think, Jim? I'll take this one. Relatively straightforward. We've done this in the past. The council supported through the sale at auction of some of our vehicles that are no longer in service or available of service. In this case, as Mr. Bombero explained to the Budget Committee earlier this evening, this is we were selling, I believe it was a Sterling, is that right? Sterling dump truck and plow. They're no longer making parts for, and so it was not serviceable to the town anymore. This particular one was in rougher shape. So taking those proceeds from the auction, and as we've done in the past, depositing those into the auction proceeds account, which we do use to either defer portions of vehicle purchases, or many times, as we're doing here, purchasing accessories or key pieces of equipment such as a plow, in this case for a UTV that we use on our sidewalks. So this will pay for that plow without having to dip into the operating budget to do so. Thank you.
Questions, comments? Mr. Wolf.
Would this be something that we could use to possibly plow some of the trail or Bartlett? Is that another use that?
It is used on trails, but I'll look to Dan to confirm. But yes, I think for trails like Bartlett South, you can use this vehicle for that.
What about the rail trail?
We do plow the section from Cornwall to South Brooksvale currently, and that is plowed, I believe, with a regular pickup truck.
Regular pickup truck or Mason dump bed. It's a wider trail.
Yeah.
So this would we use on sidewalks and specifically the walking path at Bartlett Park.
Thank you.
Anyone else? Seeing none, I'll call for a vote. All those in favor? Motion passes. Motion passes unanimously by those present. Brings us to item J, 824, referral to the Planning and Zoning Commission to review the sale of the town property located at 422 North Brooksvale Road. Mr. Wolf.
Be it resolved that the Town Council approves Resolution Number 011326-10. Be it resolved that pursuant to Section 8-24 of the Connecticut General Statutes, the Town Council hereby refers the sale of town property located at 422 North Brooksvale Road to the Planning and Zoning Commission for their review and to issue a report.
Second.
Thank you, Mr. Wolf. Thank you, Ms. Pearson, for the second. Not sure that there's discussion, but I will ask colleagues if they have comments or questions. Seeing none, I'll call for a vote. All those in favor? Motion passes unanimously for the referral. Items K and L will be the discussion of, will be discussed in executive session first. We will come out at the end of executive session and vote on those two items. With that, it brings us to item 9, Town Manager Report and Communications. Mr. Kimball.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. For this month's report, which you should have in your electronic packet there, starting with winter weather reminders. I won't go through all of these, but just as we continue into these winter months, we ask residents for their cooperation in keeping our town roads safe by following these regulations and suggestions. I'll highlight a few. Street obstructions. Parking ban announcements will be made through local media and on the town website. During a ban, town ordinance prohibits parking on the street. Any vehicle so parked could be towed. Basketball hoops and other private property should be removed from the right-of-way as well. Reminder, with sidewalks, per town ordinance, property owners are responsible for clearing snow and ice from adjacent sidewalks within 24 hours of the end of the snowfall or precipitation event. And residents are encouraged to wait until the town plows have pushed snow back to the curb line before clearing their sidewalks and driveway aprons. Again, I won't go through each of the topics, priority roads, mailboxes, all that information is on our website. Also a reminder, our salt sand mixture is available to town residents at 1304 Waterbury Road, DPW, from 7:30 a.m. to 3 p.m. Please bring your own container. And again, just we're right in the throes of winter season, so just some friendly annual reminders. Also, as we've highlighted in the past, Cheshire's Energy Assistance Program, our Human Services Department is an intake site for the Energy Assistance Program. The Energy Assistance Program offers financial assistance to income-eligible households in paying a portion of the household's heating costs during winter months. This is a supplemental assistance program, and award amounts are lower this energy season, so it is helpful to plan accordingly. The program eligibility is based on income and household size. Please contact Kristen Sherry at Human Services for more information. And also, as a reminder, our elderly and 100% disabled tax credit application period is coming up. The filing period is from February 1st to May 15th. Income thresholds and credit amounts as approved by the council are available on the town's website. Just a social media update. We've been beginning to strengthen our presence on social media, particularly with Facebook. In addition to sharing important town announcements, one of our latest additions is the Feel Good Friday post. Each Friday, we share positive news updates from recent town-related events or achievements. Recently, these posts have included the Arts Place Pajama Drive, police promotions, and awards received by both our Finance and Parks and Recreation Department. So be sure to check it out and follow us if you haven't already. Also, speaking of Parks and Recreation, our Parks and Rec Department is conducting a survey about the Bartlett Beats concert series. Residents are encouraged to participate and make their opinions known. Help us make this very popular, our very popular Bartlett Beats concert series even better. The survey is available until January 20th. And also, an important program at our Cheshire Public Library, February 10th, from 6 p.m. to 7 p.m. at the Cheshire Library, in conjunction with Cheshire Youth Services. In partnership with Jane Doe No More, we'll be hosting an engaging conversation about sexual respect designed to educate, inspire, and create change. Jane Doe No More's presentations spark meaningful discussion and drive action to foster a culture of safety, respect, and empowerment. Topics to be covered include visible indicators of grooming, online safety, unhealthy relationships, and bystander intervention. And we've highlighted a few upcoming council meetings. We are holding the fourth Tuesday for our special meeting, January 27th. Ordinance Review is planning a meeting on January 28th, and our next regular meeting will be February 10th. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Questions for or comments for Mr. Kimball? Mr. Walsh?
Yeah, thank you. I just want to say the social media items have been great. What I would like to say is all us council people and all residents who see these posts to share them as well on their own pages and ask the residents of this town to follow our town page. That's the only way we're going to get more information out to everybody. And I try to share them as much as I can whenever I see them. But I think if we all start sharing any of the town updates, I think we'll get more people following. And we won't hear from people saying, "How come I didn't hear about this?" Well, no, we probably still will. But I think if we can just support our town in this way, because I don't even know. Do you know how many followers we currently have on Facebook?
I want to say it's 4,500, is that right?
Which is not a lot when you consider the size of our town. So I think we should try to push to get that. I mean, let's try to get it to. Well, let's try to get it to 10,000 by in the next 6 months. And, yeah. So, but yeah, I would strongly suggest anybody to share any posts you see and ask people to follow the town so that we can get the word out to anybody on anything. So thanks.
Mr. Walsh, I think that's a great point. Thank you for bringing that up, and we should all be more diligent in doing that, especially me. Anyone else? Yes, Ms. Pearson.
I just wanted to thank former Councilwoman Dina Allard, who ran by us the Jane Doe No More program. She contacted all the councilors about our interest, and so I want to thank her for her advocating for this, and for Sandy Hernandez at the library, and for Michelle Picarillo, and all the folks at Cheshire Youth Services for promoting this program. So I just wanted to acknowledge all those folks and thank them for what they're doing. I think this is really important.
Thank you, Ms. Pearson, absolutely appropriate. Seeing no one else, in your packets are the department reports from the police department, fire department, and economic development. To the chiefs, Chief Jortner and Deputy Chief, thank you for your reports on a monthly basis. And Mr. Martelli, thank you for the photography. I love the first picture of West Main Street is just awesome. And I know that's your handiwork, so I appreciate that. Or what, was it not?
That is the only picture that's not.
That's Angela.
Stop it,
Yeah,
of
that's
course.
Angela Pontecorvo.
The one that I called out as my favorite is not yours. So let's give credit where credit is due. Who did that picture?
Yeah, that's Angela, who did the same ones here
Okay.
in the
Maybe we
room.
should get that one up here too.
Yes,
I
exactly.
think we
yeah.
should make that order. I
There's
agree.
actually a painting somebody did of that.
I saw that. I saw
Which
that.
is
Really?
tremendous. It's like amazing. So maybe we should contact that person to get that painting.
Yeah. Okay, but anyway, excellent report and very good most of the photography, Mr. Martelli. Thank you. Item 10 is reports of committees of the council. Chairman's report, starting to my left, Mr. Wolf.
Nothing to report, sir.
Ms. Pearson.
Nothing to report.
Mr. Jenks.
Nothing to report.
Ms. Mankey. And Mr. Tedisco.
There is an ordinance committee meeting on January 28th.
Ordinance Committee, January 28th. Thank you very much, and thank you, Madam Clerk, for sending out information on that just this afternoon, as a matter of fact. So I do have a referral of our favorite, the old FOG, the Fats, Oil, and Grease Management Ordinance, Section 16-6, to the Ordinance Review Committee. That is one of the items that will be on Mr. Tedisco's agenda for January 28th. And moves us to liaison reports. Again, back to my left for Mr. Wolf.
No report.
Ms. Pearson.
No report.
Mr. Jinks.
Report.
Ms. Mankey.
Board of Ed is meeting right now.
Do your, hit your,
Oh, sorry, I forgot.
thank you.
Board of Ed is meeting now, and they presented their budget. And then Youth and Human Services, just communication is one of the things they went over. And I think so many things that you talked about tonight tied into that. There's so many great things that are going on in town. And I always knew there was great things going on in town, but it's been a privilege in the one meeting I've had to be on that committee and to see how all those things are coming together and joining together, to work together to make and continue to keep our town a great place. So it was really nice to join that committee.
Thank you, Ms. Mankey. Mr. Tedisco.
No report.
Mr. Walsh.
Well, unfortunately, I don't have much of a town beautification report because our fearless leader missed the meeting, and we were kind of light with what the information, but they did talk about plants and trees. I do know that, and there was a sign that was passed. So other than that, and Cheshire Housing Authority is still getting excited about Jack's Farm. As everybody can see, the land has been cleared, and the building should be starting relatively soon. So.
Excellent. Thank you, Mr. Walsh. Mr. Veliber. Thank you. There are no items for miscellaneous. Moving on to 11 for appointments. Mr. Veliber, are you good? I know that we're going to be busy in February, but, and Mr. Wolf, I think you have a couple quick ones.
Okay, our first is Neilhan Karthir to the Youth and Human Services Committee. It's a renomination. It's a correcting of the term of office from 1/13/26 to 1/31/27. He's a high school student, so there is no party affiliation. My second is Kevin Daly to the Historic District Commission as a full member. It's a new appointment replacing the term of the late Helen Wilson. The term of office is 1/13/26 to 1/31/30. Mr. Daly is a Democrat. And that is all I have.
Thank you, Mr. Veliber, for the second. Thank you, Mr. Wolf, for the appointments. Questions, comments? Seeing none, I'll call for a vote. All those in favor? Motion passes unanimously by those present. Moves us to item 12, Mr. D'Onofrio, Town Manager's Report. Or Town Attorney's Report, sorry. I elevated or demoted you, one of the two. Thank you. Item 13, Council Communications. Anyone? Seeing none. Letters to the council and miscellaneous. We have 2 items for executive session, tax stipulated agreement as well as contract negotiations. As I mentioned, we have 2 items that we will vote on when we come out of executive session. I will entertain a motion to go into executive session to include the dais as well as
Dan Bombero, our Labor Council, and our Finance Director, as well as Assistant Town Manager
okay,
and Town Attorney, you said.
to include those. So I will entertain, thank you, Mr. Veliber. No, that's the motion.
So moved.
And so, yep, so we'll do move here and second here. All those in favor, we are in executive session. Thank you very much, everyone. We are back on the record for the Town Council regular meeting of Tuesday, January 13th. Item K is the approval of tax stipulated agreements. Ms. Pearson.
Be it resolved, the Town Council approves Resolution Number 0011326-11A. Be it resolved, the Town Council approves a stipulated tax agreement between the Town of Cheshire and Fern Inc., Rite Aid, and MK Menlo Rite Aid for the properties located at 180 Main Street, 154 Main Street, 198 Main Street as presented. And be it further resolved, the Town Attorney is authorized and directed to execute on behalf of the town said agreement in the form and upon the terms and conditions as presented at this meeting.
Thank you, Ms. Pearson. Thank you, Mr. Veliber, for the second. Any further discussion beyond what was discussed during executive session? Seeing none, I'll call for a vote. All those in favor, motion passes unanimously of those present. Item L is the approval of contract with Public Works
I have
Union.
to do the other resolution, the other resolution. For the
Oh,
other
I'm sorry,
tax one. Yep.
the second.
Yep.
Yes, I'm sorry.
Be it resolved that the Town Council approves Resolution Number 011322611B. Be it resolved that the Town Council approves the stipulated tax agreement between the Town of Cheshire and Cheshire Station LLC for the property located at 1021 South Main Street as presented, and be it further resolved that the Town Attorney is authorized and directed to execute on behalf of the town said agreement in the form and upon the terms and conditions as presented at this meeting.
Thank you, Ms. Pearson, and thank you again, Mr. Veliber, and thanks for keeping me honest, Ms. Pearson. Any further discussion on this item? Seeing none, I'll call for a vote. All those in favor, motion passes unanimously of those present. And now we'll go to the approval of the contract with the Public Works Union. Ms. Pearson.
Be it resolved, the Town Council approves Resolution Number 0113226-12. Be it resolved, the Town Council approves the collective bargaining agreement between the Town of Cheshire and the Public Works Union Local 1303-202 of Council 4, AFSCME AFL-CIO for the term July 1st, 2025 through June 30th, 2029 as presented, pursuant to approval by the union membership.
Thank you, Ms. Pearson. Thank you, Mr. Jinks, for the second. Any further discussion on this item? Seeing, go ahead, Mr. Kimball.
No, I'll just say briefly, I just want to say a thank you to the Public Works Union for very productive, respectful negotiations, particularly President Kyle Hobson and the entire negotiating team. It was, again, a good process and I think fair settlement on both sides, and we appreciate the council's hopeful support and also, again, their willingness to work with us throughout negotiations, and very happy to have a good resolution. Thank you.
Thank you. I appreciate that, and absolutely appropriate, so thank you. And with that, I'll call for a vote. All those in favor, Motion passes unanimously. Ms. Pearson, I know I joked with you before that you were going to get all the items. Well, we weren't far from it, so. But thank you for your reading skills tonight. Again, as I look at the clock on the back wall, Mr. Tedisco and Ms. Mankey, please don't get used to this. And if you are the, let me say this. If you are the magic charm, God bless you. Yes. And with that, I will call for a motion to adjourn. Thank you, Mr. Veliber, and thank you, Ms. Mankey. All those in favor? We are adjourned. Thank you all. Good evening.